Hey everybody, it's Justin here. I just finished up week 29 of 52 Kinds of Love, and here's how it went. So week 29 was dedicated to my friends Rachel and Pete. And I know Rachel and Pete from a camp that we used to work at, and we used to do spring outdoor education, like with schools that came to visit us, and then summer camp for all kinds of different stuff, and then fall outdoor education where schools also came back to us. So literally for 9 months of the year, we were with each other every day. We were all in a position where we stayed at the camp. So we were doing everything from cleaning dining halls together to teaching classes together to playing pranks on other counselors and stuff. So that was probably back in 2006, and I think I worked there to 2008. And really, since then, since I got a teaching job, since Rachel got a teaching job, since Pete got another job, we just haven't kept in touch, so that's why they're on the list. And there's a little guitar in there because Pete and I had talked about him helping me with guitar lessons because I suck. I know like 5 chords, and that just never really came to fruition. So that was one of the things that I wanted to remember for Pete and Rachel's week. So we talked on Monday. We set up dinner. They were Rachel tossed out some great ideas, and they're both vegetarian, even trying into the vegan area. So we went to Aladdin's, and they were super kind enough to treat me to the meal, which is normally opposite of how 52 Kinds of Love goes. But it was great to be on the receiving end. I truly appreciate that, so that my budget's not just decreasing for 52 weeks. Anyways, that was super kind of them. We talked about those pranks that we played at camp and what it's like to still work with kids. We all work with kids in one sort or another. And because they're both vegetarians or greater, I decided I was going to go vegetarian for the week. And that was cool to, that's how one way you can truly dedicate a week to someone without spending a bunch of time. But it was cool. Over the course of the week, I'd tortellini with peppers and onions. I was at a restaurant and had peppers that were stuffed with goat cheese. That's something I would have never picked off the menu, but it was delicious. I made egg burritos with hummus as kind of the salsa or the sauce, and zucchini in there, and grilled way more veggies than I would ever do. So it was definitely a healthier week. It was definitely a challenging week, especially when I was out at a restaurant. But it was a good challenge, so I liked that. And Rachel and Pete also do not have Facebook, so I abstained from Facebook for the week. And pretty crazy at the end of the week, how many notifications I had? 52. Yeah, sometimes things just work out like that. Like, you can't plan that. Like, I was showing my buddy, I was like, look, I went the whole week, and look, 52. You gotta be kidding me. So that was pretty neat. But yeah, it wasn't hard to go without that for a week either. You know, no meat, no Facebook. Those are things that you can manage in your life, and I'm not saying everybody should do those. Everybody should, do the fad for a week and get rid of it. But it definitely puts you in a different mindset as to what things you appreciate that you normally have, what things do you have to go out of the way to get, what things do you normally fall back on just for entertainment value. You know, especially as a teacher, I'm in this situation where kids always fall back to their phones when nothing's going on, and do we still know how to interact with one another? And I don't know. So it was a cool social dilemma challenge thing as well. So that was cool. Later in the week, we decided we were going to meet up in the metro parks and do a grill out, a vegetarian grill out. I tried tempeh for the first time. It was pretty solid. I'm not going to pretend like I know what it is or try to describe it, but it's worth a shot. I think if it's mixed in with anything else, it all kind of works, like a stir fry. But that was solid. They brought their dog, Sadie, along. And then Pete brought his guitar and showed me some things on the guitar, like how to do a bar chord and different notes that I don't use other than my 5 that I know. So that challenged me, and through this course of the past week, I've tried out some new notes. I looked up some old punk songs, like Something Corporate and Jack's Mannequin, and tried to learn some of those. So maybe in a future week you'll see me busting that out hardcore, but right now I'm still working on it. Muscle memory, trying to find those notes. And at the end of the week, Rachel and Peter are we're busy on Friday, we're going to a concert. So I look up one song by the band, Nickel Creek, and I was like, I really dig it. They're bluegrass, they're folk. I like that kind of music. But I didn't want to be like, hey, Pete and Rachel, I bought a ticket. Can I tag along? Like, I don't want to tag along on date night for a married couple. So my cousin joined me, and we bought some lawn seats, and we went and enjoyed the show, and Pete and Rachel came up and said, hey. So I got to see them again. So pretty solid for probably not seeing them for 3 years to be able to hang out 3 times in a week and just reconnect and reestablish on some of those things. And they're such simple living people that like they really put emphasis on important things in life, and I feel like they don't have a lot of that extra stuff. So their life has like a lot of meaning and purpose to even just the simple things that they do on a day-to-day basis. So I think I just appreciated things more this week. But they're also just super kind people. They're very warm-hearted. I always just admired, like, really the personalities, like the souls of who they are. So it was just nice to be around them again, really, just to simply put it. So yeah, so that was the week. Definitely enjoyed it. Get my guitar skills on. Now I can get back to baking and and all that good stuff. So now the week's over, I can post this on Facebook. All right, in the middle here, next week. I dedicate this week to Jordan. So check in next week to see who Jordan is, why I put her on here, and why there's a little thing that says just people helping people. Bye. Peace. I'm forgetting this one now. 52 kinds of love.